I had a birthday this month, and my amazing team always makes me feel special. And so we came together and they sang to me and we celebrated. And somebody on the team asked me, well, what was profound about this year? What do you think about this year? What touched you this year? And, I think my journey as I get older is changing. I have been very focused on serving people, serving my family, being a good daughter and a sister and a wife and a mom and a aunt and a friend and a leader in this industry and all these things. And while those have been so important, I think somewhere along the way, I kind of didn't really explore me. And this year has been a year for me to do that. I've had some tough things happen in my life over the last couple of years, as many of you had, starting with the pandemic. And I lost my mom, my best friend, and the mortgage business was very difficult this year. And we had to make difficult decisions. And the affordability factor and having hard conversations with people that want to buy homes. And there was just so much involved in all of that. It felt very kind of out of control. But looking inward is where I kind of found that control. It really isn't about the exterior factors. And as I embark on another year around the sun, I'm realizing that how I process information and I decide, I can control that. I can control my actions, my thoughts, my behavior, or I can't. And really kind of coming to peace with who I am and what I'm fueling and feeding my soul. So I've taken some things, I've done some things different this year. And just to kind of find me and find that peace and be able to just take all that's coming at me and be able to process it and embrace it without just, running off the cliff. And I think we all have this, but, nobody teaches us how to do this. Like, we're growing up or we're going through school. And so my parents were, did their absolute best, but nobody sat down and said, hey, here's how important mindset is. Here's how important it is to fuel your mind with things other than academics. I did very well in school. I went to college. I graduated. I've had an amazing career. And man, I love what I do. But nobody along the way ever says, hey, you're going to have demons that are going to come into this head. Or your mindset and what you do every single day is going to impact your person, your soul, and who you become. That's being left out in conversation. And that is what I want to share and wish for you as you move into a new year. How are you starting your day? For me, I have a very much of a routine. I get up, I let my labradoodles out, I love on them, I make coffee, I go sit down in my home office, I read a daily devotional, and I write my gratitude journal. And I write all kinds of things in there. And some of them are funny, and some of them make me cry, but I'm almost to the end of this journal. I was just looking at it this week, and I'm like, wow, that's a whole lot of thought. That's a whole lot of soul searching. That's a whole lot of just evolution. And I was proud that I've kept consistent with that process this year. So whatever it is for you, don't discount finding you. Don't discount what you're putting into your mind. And if you get off track like we all do, I call them the demons. I call them like the negative Nelly, whatever it is, whether that's how you're responding to a situation or you were afraid to do something, you start telling yourself these, we all do it. We tell ourselves these stories. Many times they're not true, but getting awareness around that, that's where I'm at in this journey. And I wish that for you. I heard a great quote this week, and it said, match your behavior to your intention. Like, let that soak in. I've been sharing it with my team. I've been sharing it with my children. I shared it with my husband and my brother. Just like, we think about that. Let's match our behavior to the intentions that we set out in the world, to the intention of who we want to be. We get this one journey. I had a very dear friend pass away 3 days ago. She's 58 years old. I'm approaching that age, so don't tell anybody. Man, it just knocked me down. It's tough to lose somebody you love, but to think, man, am I living my best life? Am I becoming who I need to be and want to be and fulfill whatever purpose it is for me while I'm in this journey? That's what resonates with me these days. So my wish for you is you give yourself a little space, think about what you're putting into your head, and you go into next year, making it your best year yet.